So I will die for this badge. I will die for them. So I will fight this fight until the end. Wherever the end is, we will fight. We're not going to stop. Thank you, Mr.
It was the press briefing that shook South Africa's security cluster to the core. Clad in his elite special task force gear and flanked by heavily armed masked officers, KwaZulu-Natal Police Commissioner Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi took an unprecedented and highly militarized public display.
An analysis was conducted on electronic communication of this arrested person. This analysis reveals communication between the arrested Vusimuzi at Ket Madlanga, Mr. Brown Mokgotsi, an associate of the Minister of Police, as well as the Minister of Police, Ziyanda Ngcobo.
The core allegations were explosive. Mkhwanazi claimed that the political leadership of the country had orchestrated the demise of the Political Killings Task Team, which was disbanded on the 31st of December 2024. KZN's top cop directly implicated Police Minister Ziyanda Ngcobo, top SAP's leadership, including Deputy National Commissioner Shedrick Sibiya, accusing them of political interference to shield a cartel of corrupt politicians, judges and drug lords.
Further analysis of the chats indicates that Vusimuzi Ket Madlanga is financially supporting the Minister of Police and Mr. Brown Mokgotsi's political endeavors. This is supported by the evidence of conversation and the proof of payments of guests for January 8 traveling cost and the Ghana dinner in Cape Town.
The fallout was immediate.
I have no links, and I have never had any link with the so-called underworld in whatever manner.
South Africans called for action to be taken against all those mentioned in the briefing.
As we intensify the fight against crime, it is vital that we safeguard the integrity and credibility of the police and other law enforcement agencies. These allegations, therefore, call for an urgent and comprehensive investigation. To address these allegations and the implications of these allegations, I'm establishing a Judicial Commission of Inquiry that will be chaired by Acting Deputy Chief Justice Mbuyisile Madlanga. Justice Madlanga will be assisted by Advocate Sesi Baloyi, Senior Counsel, and Advocate Sandile Khumalo, Senior Counsel. The Commission will investigate allegations relating to the infiltration of law enforcement, intelligence, and associated institutions within the criminal justice system by criminal syndicates. In order for the Commission to execute its functions effectively, I have decided to put the Minister of Police, Mr. Ziyanda Ngcobo, on leave of absence with immediate effect. The Minister has undertaken to give his full cooperation to the Commission to enable it to work properly. I have decided to appoint Professor Firoz Kachalia as Acting Minister of Police.
Do you swear that the evidence you are going to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? If so, please raise your right hand and say, "So help me God."
So help me God.
By the 17th of September, the Madlanga Commission began its first day of public hearings with Mkhwanazi as the first witness to kickstart what would be the beginning of South Africa's most watched telenovela.
I'm more curious about the dress code on the day and the fact that people who appeared were armed. Just give us a general picture. Is that normally how your team dresses Why were they dressed that way on the day?
Although we have to now display our tactical strategies in public, but commissioners, as we're investigating and this picture coming together, then we start realizing that we now have to move from being a service provider to society to becoming a force in order for us to prevent the El Cadors and the Mexicos to happen in this country. Because the threat, the enemy that we saw that is infiltrating crime intelligence, is infiltrating parliament, and is controlling our executive authority and going into the heart of the police operations, which is investigation. To date, I'm speaking to you, the Matlalas and the likes, if you go and see the record of cases withdrawn against Matlala, more than 18 here in this province. And you really realize that you can no longer wear a tie and face this fight. So this is a fight that requires, for one, to apply the tactics that is learned over years. And one had to draw on experience I had in the task force of saying, how do you deal with a terrorist? And because as I see it now, I think this is terrorism. This is people who want to take over government, not through the ballot paper, but through these criminal activities. As a Zulu man, so I wanted to make sure that they get a message that
I don't sneak up on a person. I face them directly.
As the inquiry continued with its probe, those who were mentioned at the commission have since unraveled that Mkhwanazi lied about his relationship with Senzo Mchunu to hoodwink the likes of Vusumuzi Kat Matlala and Northwest entrepreneur Suleiman Karim.
You see, the arrest of General Khumalo was a breaking point. It almost changed the South African police service. Everything changed. That's why we are here. That's why I'm able to say there is intelligence report in 2018. I know of 2019, 2021. There is no such thing as the big five and things they're talking about. General Mkhwanazi, he was angered by the arrest of General Khumalo. Even the press conference was only about that, where he said there is a drug cartel. They are using this tactic of misdirection, commissioners, too. Like you say, the PKTT was disbanded because there is a drug cartel which Minister Mtuni wanted to protect. KT Molef, these people were still going to be arrested whether the PKTT was there or not.
Mkhunu last appeared at the inquiry in early December, where he maintained not knowing and having ever met Matlala.
Double investigated again.
Sibiya will no longer return to the commission for oral evidence. The reasons for this have not been explained. The inquiry, which must still send its final report to President Cyril Ramaphosa on the 31st of August, is still expected to deal with the Johannesburg Metro Police Department, IDAC, IPID, and Correctional Services, to name a few. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Ziyanda Ngcobo in Johannesburg.